You ever look at your car payment and think, this feels normal, but deep down it still stings every single month? Here's the scary part. Two people can buy the same car with the same income, and one of them quietly pays thousands more for the exact same ride, not because they did anything wrong, because they missed one hidden money leak that lenders love. And in this video, I am going to show you how to refinance a car loan without getting ripped off, including the simple check that tells you if refinancing is a win or a trap. But first, there is one number you need to know, and most people never calculate it. If you stick around, you will never look at a car payment the same way again. Number 1, start with the only question that matters. Before you do anything, ask this: what problem am I solving? Lower payment, lower total cost, or both? Because a lower payment can still be a ripoff if it makes you pay longer and pay more interest overall. Example, you owe $18,000. Your rate is 11%. Your payment feels heavy. A lender offers a refinance with a lower payment but stretches the loan from 36 months left to 72 months. Your monthly stress drops, but your total interest can explode. You feel relief now, then regret later. Your goal is simple: pay less interest for the time you still need the car. If the refinance does not clearly reduce your total cost or improve your cash flow in a way you truly need, it is not a win. Number 2, know the 3 numbers lenders hope you ignore. You need 3 numbers on one page. Number 1 is your current payoff amount. That's what it takes to fully wipe out the loan today. Number 2 is your current APR. That's the interest rate. Number 3 is how many months you have left. Call your lender or check your online portal for the payoff amount. It's not always the same as your balance because interest builds daily.
Example, your balance shows $15,400, but your payoff quote is $15,620. If you refinance using the wrong number, you might come up short and get hit with confusion fees or delays. This is how you stay in control. You are not shopping for vibes, you are shopping for math. Number 3, the sneaky trap called a longer term. This is the most common refinance ripoff. A lender lowers your payment by extending your loan term. Here's the simple way to catch it. Compare months left, not just monthly payment. Example, you have 30 months left. Your payment is $520. A refinance offer gives you $410. Sounds great, but it resets you to 72 months. Now you're paying for a car that is getting older while the loan stays young. That is how people end up upside down, meaning they owe more than the car is worth. A safer rule for beginners: try to refinance into the same remaining term or shorter, unless you truly need temporary breathing room and you're willing to pay more overall for that relief. Number 4, the 5-minute break-even check. This is the number I teased earlier, break-even. Break-even means how long it takes for your monthly savings to cover the costs of refinancing. Costs can include lender fees, title fees, and sometimes state fees. Some lenders say no fees, but they build the cost into the rate. Either way, you calculate the truth. Here's the easy version. Step 1, add up all refinance costs. Step 2, calculate monthly savings. Step 3, divide costs by monthly savings. Example, costs are $450. Monthly savings are $30. 450 divided by 30 equals to 15 months. If you will keep the car at least 15 more months, it can make sense. If you might sell it sooner, you might not even break even. This one check protects you from smooth talking. Number 5, credit score reality and what actually moves the rate.
Your interest rate is mostly about credit score, income, and debt payments compared to income. Many lenders care about the loan-to-value too, meaning how much you owe compared to what the car is worth. Here's the beginner truth. If your credit improved since you got the loan, you may qualify for a lower rate. If your credit got worse, refinancing might not help, or it might hurt. Example, you bought the car when your score was around the low 600s. Since then, you paid bills on time and paid down credit cards. Now you are around the low 700s. That shift can change your rate meaningfully. Also, know this: when you apply, lenders usually do a hard credit inquiry. That can cause a small, temporary drop for some people. The bigger impact is whether you keep paying on time after. So, do it strategically. Shop offers in a tight window so multiple inquiries for the same type of loan may be treated as one shopping event by many scoring models. Number 6. Pick the right lenders, not just the loudest ads. A common mistake is only clicking the first refinance ad you see. Better options often come from places that price loans more competitively. Start with 3 buckets. Bucket 1, credit unions. They often offer lower rates and friendlier terms. Bucket 2, your bank. If you have direct deposit and history, you might get a solid offer. Bucket 3, reputable online lenders and marketplace lenders. Example, you get an offer from an ad at 8.9% for 60 months. Then your local credit union offers 6.9% for 48 months with reasonable fees. The credit union offer might save you far more, even if the monthly payment difference is small, because the rate and term both work in your favor. The goal is not to collect offers forever. It is to compare a few strong offers quickly and choose the cleanest deal. Number 7. Ask these questions before you sign anything. Most refinance pain comes from not asking basic questions. Ask these clearly.
Is there any prepayment penalty? What are all fees, including title and registration-related costs? Is the rate fixed for the life of the loan? Is there a requirement to buy add-ons like GAP or a warranty? Will you pay the old lender directly, and how long does it take? Example: a lender advertises low monthly payment. Then you notice they added a service contract and a payment protection plan that you did not ask for. Your payment is higher than expected, and you just bought products you did not want. If anything feels rushed, slow down. A good refinance deal can survive a day of thinking. Number 8. Watch out for add-ons that turn a good deal bad. Let us talk about the most common extras. Gap insurance can make sense if you owe more than the car is worth, especially early in the loan, but you should price it separately. Sometimes dealerships overcharge for it. Some insurers sell it cheaper. Extended warranties can be useful for some cars, but they should never be forced into a refinance conversation. Same for credit insurance or payment protection. These products often raise the total cost fast. Example: your refinance payment looks fine at first. Then the contract shows an extra $1,800 rolled into the loan for an add-on package. Now you pay interest on that extra amount too. A clean refinance is simple. It replaces your old loan with a better loan. That's it. Number 9. The paperwork step that saves you from a mess. Refinancing is mostly paperwork, but one mistake can create a headache. Here's the smooth path. Step 1. Get your payoff quote from the current lender. Step 2. Confirm the car title status and lien holder. Step 3. Confirm your insurance meets the new lender requirements. Step 4. Keep making your normal payment until the old loan is officially paid off.
Example: you assume the refinance paid off your old loan, so you skip your regular payment. Then the payoff took longer than expected, interest accrued, and your old lender reports a late payment. That is painful and avoidable. You do not stop paying until you see proof the old loan is closed, or you get written instructions from the new lender that clearly tell you what to do during the payoff process. Number 10. When refinancing is a bad idea, even if you qualify. Sometimes the best move is doing nothing. Refinancing may be a bad idea if you are close to the end of the loan and the remaining interest is small. The fees are high, and you will not keep the car long enough to break even. You are deeply upside down, and the new lender requires a big down payment. Your car is very old or has very high miles, and rates become worse. Example: you only have 10 months left. Your rate is not great, but your remaining interest is small compared to the fees and effort. In that case, throwing extra money at the principal can be a better win. Another example: you owe $22,000, but the car is worth about $16,000. Some lenders will not refinance that without cash down.
If you do refinance, you may lock yourself into a worse situation. Refinance works best when your credit improved, rates are meaningfully lower, and you still have a decent amount of time left on the loan. Number 11. The step-by-step game plan to not get ripped off. Here is the clean beginner plan you can follow without stress. Step 1. Pull your payoff quote, APR, and months remaining. Step 2. Estimate your car value using multiple pricing tools and be realistic. Step 3. Check your credit and fix obvious issues like high card balances if you can. Step 4. Get 3 to 5 refinance offers within a short shopping window. Step 5. Compare apples to apples. Same term if possible. Fixed rate, total cost.
Step 6. Calculate break-even using total fees and real monthly savings. Step 7. Say no to unwanted add-ons. Step 8. Sign only when you fully understand the fee list and the payoff process. Step 9. Keep paying your current loan until it is confirmed paid off. Step 10. Once refinanced, automate payments so you never miss one. Example, if your current rate is 12% and you refinance to 7% on a similar remaining term, the savings can be huge over time. Even a 1 to 2% drop often saves real money, especially when your balance is still high. This is how you refinance like a calm, informed adult, not like a stressed shopper. Number 12. The 2 types of refinancing and why it matters. There is refinancing through a new lender, and there is loan modification or rate reduction with your current lender. Most people never ask their current lender if they can lower the rate or adjust terms, but sometimes they will, especially if you have a strong payment history. It costs nothing to ask, and it gives you leverage when you shop offers elsewhere. Example, you call your current lender and say, "I have offers around 7%. Can you match or beat it if I stay?" They might say no, but even a small drop can save real money without extra paperwork. Number 13. The pre-approval trick that helps you shop calmly. A full application can trigger a hard inquiry, but many lenders offer a pre-qualification or pre-approval step that gives you an estimated rate range. Use that as your first filter so you do not waste time on lenders that will never beat your current deal. Example, your current APR is 9.5%. 2 lenders pre-qualify you around 10 to 13%. You skip them immediately and focus on the lender quoting 6.8 to 8.2%. That is how you shop with speed, not stress. Number 14. The credit card balance move that can improve your offer fast. If you have high credit card balances, your score and your debt to income can look worse than it really is. Paying down even a small chunk of revolving debt can sometimes boost your score and improve your refinance terms. Example, you have a $2,000 credit limit and a $1,700 balance. That looks maxed out. You pay it down to $700 before applying. Your utilization drops hard and your refinance offer improves. This is one of the fastest legal ways to make your profile look stronger. Number 15. Do not ignore the loan-to-value number. Loan-to-value is how much you owe compared to what the car is worth. If you owe close to the car value, lenders feel safer and offer better rates. If you owe way more than the car value, lenders either say no or charge more. Example, your car is worth about $14,000. You owe $13,500. That is close and it looks safe. But if you owe $18,000 on a $14,000 car, that risk often shows up as a higher rate or a required down payment. Number 16. The mileage and age surprise that changes your options. Some lenders price differently based on the car age and mileage. Older cars or high-mileage cars can push you into higher rates or fewer lender choices. That does not mean you cannot refinance. It just means you should expect different offers. Example,
A 3-year-old car with 35,000 miles might get a better rate than a 10-year-old car with 160,000 miles, even with the same credit score. Knowing this up front prevents disappointment and keeps you focused on realistic wins. Number 17, the payment date reset that can create a late fee trap. Refinancing often resets your payment due date. If you assume it stays the same, you can accidentally miss a payment. You avoid this by getting the first payment date in writing and adding reminders for the first 2 months. Example, your old payment was due on the 15th. Your new lender sets it on the 5th. If you do not notice, you might plan wrong and get hit with a late fee or a credit ding. The first month is where many people slip. Number 18, the automatic payment discount and why it is not always free. Some lenders offer a small rate discount if you set up autopay from a bank account. That can be a real savings, but confirm the rules. Sometimes the discount only applies if you use their preferred account type. Example, a lender says you can get 0.25% off with autopay. On a $20,000 loan, that can add up over time. But if they require a new checking account with monthly fees, you might lose the savings. Always compare the discount to any account costs. Number 19, the simple contract scan that protects you from hidden costs. Before signing, scan the contract for these words: arbitration, prepayment penalty, late fee, payment protection, service contract, addendum, optional products, and any line that says the product is required. Example, you find an optional product that is already checked yes. You ask to remove it. The payment drops and the total financed amount drops. This is how you stop silent extras from sneaking into your loan. Number 20, the refinance timing sweet spot most people miss. Many people refinance either too soon or too late. Too soon and you might not have improved credit yet. Too late and there is not enough interest left to save. A common sweet spot is after you have made on-time payments for a while and your score improved, but while your balance is still high enough that interest savings matter. Example, you took the loan at a rough time with a high rate. 12 months later, your score is stronger and your balances are lower. That is often when refinancing becomes powerful. Number 21, the cash flow safety plan if you refinance for a lower payment. If you refinance mainly to lower your payment, do not let the extra cash disappear. Give it a job. Build a small emergency fund, pay down a credit card, or make one extra principal payment a month. Example, you lower your payment by $80. You send $40 to a starter emergency fund and $40 as extra principal. Now you get breathing room and you still shorten the loan over time. That is how you avoid turning a helpful refinance into a long, expensive loan. Now you know the real reason people get ripped off. They focus on the monthly payment and ignore the total cost, the term, and the fees hiding in plain sight. If you do the payoff quote check, the term check, and the break-even check, you can spot a bad deal in minutes. And if you keep the refinance clean with no junk add-ons, you keep the savings for yourself, not for someone else. What is your current interest rate and how many months do you have left on your car loan?